Hey guys, Nick here. Thanks for coming by. This is going to be just kind of a rambling video, and not really rambling. I guess just word vomit, shall we say? I just like to give random updates every now and then, and just kind of clear my head, and let you guys know what's going on with me. Uh, Let you know kind of what's going on medically, what's going on personally. It's just in general. So the biggest thing that's been going on recently that I haven't really talked about is sleep. I've had a real hard time sleeping lately, and it's I know that a lot of it has to do with my liver, and I know that a lot of it has to do with your liver enzymes or just being uncomfortable. There's also a lot of things, as you guys know, medically that's going on. I had surgery on my knee. I've had a couple of relatives that are a bit sick, and I have some long-term projects that have been kind of in the works for a few years that are kind of starting to come to a head now. So there's been a lot of stuff that's kind of going on, but I've always had kind of trouble, shall we say, sleeping. I used to work a schedule where I was either on call, so my phone could ring at any time, during the night. And then after that, it was an 8 to 5. So you'd be on call overnight, and then you would have your 8 to 5. Then I went to a job where sometimes I would have to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning and work until 2 in the afternoon. And then the next week it would be you come in at 11 in the morning and then work until 9. So I've always had kind of an unusual sleep schedule. And now, from between being sick and things like that, my sleep schedule, I try to keep it as close to Carrie's. She is an 8 to 5 type worker, but she always does overtime. But she works here in our home office, so I try to get up with when she does and try to be productive while she's being productive. The problem is that well, it's kind of twofold, and I feel guilty on one sense and kind of envious on the other hand, because I've always been so jealous of people that had just the ability to sleep. And when I say sleep, like even on the weekends, I can't sleep in past 8 o'clock in the morning. It seems like that's the absolute latest that I can sleep in, and I I toss and turn, like if I try to stay in bed longer than that, or if I go to bed early, or if I mistime my nap or something like that, I'll never get to sleep, that evening, which is odd because I have this this chronic fatigue that makes me tired all the time. But as far as getting just that consistent, like that straight through 6 hours, or I mean, heck, I would, just I would say not kill literally, but just having 3 hours of uninterrupted is a huge kind of stride for me because I always, like I said, I've been kind of a restless sleeper to say the least. I also, when I was heavy in my drinking, I had horrible sleep apnea, so I had to have a CPAP machine. So sleep's always just been a really big issue. Now, when you combine that with liver issues that may be going on, and you also, it's been almost 2 years since I've had any alcohol, but then you take alcohol away, which is a natural, it's a kind of a natural sedative. It you Even when you're drinking, you're not really sleeping, you're more passed out, but at least you're resting, and not moving around, and your my brain's constantly going too. I'll think about something that I haven't thought about. I think this is pretty normal actually. That I'll think about something that maybe I haven't thought of in a month, 2 months, maybe even a year. but I'll get it set into my mind, or something will just cross my mind, and now that's all of a sudden the only thing that I can focus on. So here we are, it's midnight, I've woken up to go to the bathroom, I come lay back in bed, now X is on my mind, or Z is on my mind, or whatever else. Um, and I think a lot of that's normal, but I just kind of wanted to throw it out there because it's always been just a huge pain for me, even from when I was a little kid. As far as just general appointments that are coming up, I have a evaluation that I have to do as part of my SSDI claim. For those of you that know what that is, and for those of you that don't, SSDI, look it up. It has to do with my disability claim from when I was hospitalized and all that stuff back in 2021. And so that's a long kind of process as well. So I've kind of got that weighing on me. But this part should have actually already been over with. But of course, I was in a car accident and was in the hospital when I was supposed to have my actual eval. So I had to have the government set that appointment back up, which of course is 2.5 or 3 months out. So that's kind of coming to a head as well, and uh, so hopefully I'll be able to get an answer there and finally just kind of be able to move on. The last thing that I've noticed a trend, and I'm going to try to get Carrie to do another video of hers pretty soon, because I've seen a lot of trends and a lot of comments, not just in the comments in the comment section of the videos, but also in my Facebook group and in chat groups and in social groups that I've hung out with, where people are really talking about the caretakers and the wives, the spouses, the parents, uh, the friends of those that are sick, and they're always asking, what can they do? What's the what is most beneficial to the other person. And I'm learning, and Carrie can articulate this a lot better than I'll ever be able to. But I've learned that there's only so much that a caretaker can do for a sick person. Now, they're often the champion, and the advocate for, this is really what this person's feeling physically. I'm around this person 24/7. So oftentimes the caretaker is a great source of knowledge there. And when it comes to home care, a lot of times the caretaker or the spouse, might help change the dressing or manage medications or things like that. But the I, I've come to learn by listening to Carrie that the most important thing that I think a caretaker can do is take care of themselves. Because there are going to be long nights where people lie awake, and there are going to be long nights where you know it might be a trip to the hospital, or sitting in waiting rooms at the doctor's office, or just a variety of different things. And it's a lot of it is beyond control. So whether it's if you're a lady, getting a pedicure, or going and getting a massage, or taking that extra nap, or sleeping in, if you can, reading a book if you enjoy that, anything it is. Horseback riding. I know people that love to ride horses, that have horses, so whatever you can do to kind of take care of you, will put you in the best spot to kind of take care of somebody else. And that's not something that I've come up with on my own. It's something that I've learned from listening to Carrie and listening to others. So that's all I've really got for this video. Like I said, it's just been kind of rambling on a few different topics, but just wanted to touch in with you guys. And as always, I love the comments in the comments section. I do my best to try to answer all of them, or at least give a like, but I do read every single one of them, so I want you guys to know that. Also, in the description box, there's a link to our Facebook group for liver disease and cirrhosis support. I titled it International, so because we've got people from all over the world as a part of that group. So it's a great source. It's a great kind of social area to go. There's a 24/7 ongoing chat that's always happening. I'm not on Twitter and the other social platforms as much, but I am on there, so you can contact me on there. So thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate you spending some time with me, and I'll talk to you later.